What's happening, folks? Back with another reaction, back with some more Alanis Morissette. We're continuing with Supposed Former Infatuation Junkie, still one of my favorite album titles I've ever heard. And yes, this is 1998, and the next tune in the playlist is Sympathetic Character, which of course may relate to someone in real life, which is further to say you can refer to someone as a character, and if you do that without any qualification, then you're saying they have a personality that might be a bit mischievous, or they might be a bit of a rascal, oh, they're a real character. But to call someone a sympathetic character, on the surface, sounds like a positive description. Hey, they try to do the right thing, maybe they're not perfect, but they're a sympathetic character. But it also feels like the kind of phrase, and especially, or at least potentially with Alanis specifically, could be ironic, or could be used in a manner that is at odds with its superficial appearance. So yes, I don't quite know what to expect here, and I'm thinking that there might be a twist or a darker underbelly to what is on the surface a positive description. So let's give it a listen and find out. This is Alanis Morissette. The tune is Sympathetic Character, and it's from her 1998 album Supposed Former Infatuation Junkie.
I was afraid you'd hit me if I'd spoken up. I was afraid of your physical strength. I was afraid you'd hit both the belt. I was afraid of your sucker punch. I was afraid of your red juice and me. I was afraid of your alcohol breath. I was afraid of your complete disregard for me. I was afraid of your temper. I was afraid of handles being blown off bubbles. I was afraid of holes being
It's crazy. That is maybe my favorite tune from her I've heard. And it's a nightmare. It's tragic. What I said in the introduction, yeah, to put it mildly. And the perspective isn't just how awful her experience has been. Apparently it was someone who used to be kind to her, used to be her lover, used to be her best friend, used to be her mentor, her teacher, her anchor. All these characteristics and descriptions which would sound like it's the greatest thing. It's, she fell in love and became family, became lovers, became best friends with a person who had been through everything she's been through. And like that aspect of the lyrics really gets to me, where it's like, okay, first of all, the intensity, she was scared of his volume of shouting, of verbal daggers, of intimidation, coercion, punching holes through the walls, actually hitting her. She was scared for her bones. She was scared for everything. Like the way he looked at her, like his eyes intimidated her. So everything became this nightmare. And she's saying, at the same time, I've been through everything. Like, I have all the pain you do. I get frustrated the way you do. I've experienced all the hell that you've lived, but I keep it bubbling inside for you. I suppress it. I don't let it out. I don't let it attack you or ruin what you feel. But he has not accorded her the same restraint and has been not only lashing out at her, but it sounds like using her for a scapegoat, using her for a punching bag, quite literally, unfortunately. So it's like everything about what used to be something special with this guy is now an absolute nightmare. She's walking on eggshells and it doesn't make a difference. He's still being physical, being insulting, brutal, shouting at her, just making her life a walking hell. And the idea that she is saying, I could do that too, but I haven't for you, it makes it even more nightmarish and heartbreaking. Though I guess because she's saying these things now, I suppose it's gotten to a point where she's just letting it out. And who knows what will happen. It's not really clear if she's saying this as she's leaving. It's almost like, she's at her wit's end and she doesn't know what else to say other than just to tell him, this is what our life has become because of you. This is what you make me feel. And this is every single way that you terrify me, that you intimidate me and hurt me. So yeah, it's horrific. And the sonic atmosphere, gritty, heavy, distorted, dissonant. It feels like the sonic articulation of the relationship, of the home they share, of the holes in the wall, of the bruises on her body, of the sting in her heart and in her mind when he says awful things to her and shouts at her. So the whole thing works, and it is a masterpiece, but it's a terrible masterpiece, and one that just, on some level, I suppose, someone could tell you about this kind of life, or you could read about this type of life. But lyrics like this, so painfully well crafted, it feels like there has to be some autobiographical element here. And if that is indeed the case, then my sympathy goes out to Alanis for having gone through that. Obviously, this would have been written a very long time ago, almost 30 years ago. But to her and anyone else, and unfortunately we know that is not a small number of people, and specifically women, no doubt, but yes, my extreme sympathy and feelings of remorse at a distance are hard to articulate here. It's just incredible. So yes, a brilliant tune, well crafted in every way, and yet one that it's hard to listen to again, surely. I've heard it one time and I feel like, I barely made it through. So yes, mission accomplished in terms of the song. An absolute masterpiece, one of the best I've heard from her so far. But damn, not one that I may dip into at any random time when I want to hear a tune that will, put a smile on my face. So, wow, is all I have to say. Let me know what you think. I will see you next time. Peace.